Welcome to the most beautiful map in BFME1 on the patch 2.22 in an epic El Clasico good against evil matchup between the green Gondor player Farad and his opponent, the dark green Mordor player Iguana. So just like in the films, the forces of evil versus the forces of light. The Lumbermill Warcam is going to be sent forward for scouting purposes. Mordor is going to capture this settlement over here. And he started the game with a Smeagol and also the Orc Pit. We have double farm opening as Gondor, because against Mordor you don't need that early upgrades. And he's going to send the Hobbit forward, but only with one soldier. So dealing damage in that constellation is going to be incredibly difficult, because, you know, there are going to be 3 orcs in total for defense. And the early game of the Mordor faction player is going to be awesome. Maybe the Smeagol, not Smeagol, sorry, the Hobbit. But if you don't know, Smeagol was also a Hobbit back in the day. Hobbit is doing a good job hitting and running, of course, but he needs to be careful. If the orcs will hit him, they will hurt him quite a lot. In the meantime, one soldier was able to sneak through the bottom side, and it's going to be a stable rush strategy. So double farm opening into the farm number 3 in the castle, 2 farms outside, and you go for the stable. This way you will have a great amount of food bonus. In this case we are talking about 25% discount on the Knights of Gondor, and the stable is already building up. We have 2 orc pits in total into the 1 slaughterhouse. No economical damage dealt so far to the Mordor player, which is great, and 1 soldier is going to be able to sneak through, still unseen, and he might be able to destroy this Lumbermill. It's going to be awesome if he can do this. In the meantime, the counter push is about to happen from the bottom side, so this farm is under attack. But the first Knight of Gondor has been already clicked on, and that's going to be the first creep for Mordor. I mean, Smeagol unfortunately couldn't make it out alive, and the creep is going to be taken down easily. He also used the healing, and he is going to be indeed able to destroy this Lumbermill thanks to the sneak attack. He was coming by hugging the wall at the bottom side of the map. And that's going to be the creep number 2 for Mordor before the first knight was able to make it on the field. And with the double orc pit technology, that's something you can do. You basically pump out orcs every 25 to 30 seconds. And this will be now empowered with the Haradrim Palace. The Haradrims are coming, and the goal is to get this building to level 2, which will give you the chance to recruit the soldiers of Rune. And of course, with the Haradrims you can also take the outpost control, and this way get a much more bigger impact on the map and have a greater time for the map control fights. Easy creeping. The Knights of Gondor are gonna send forward. They were able to destroy this one over here already. That's gonna be the second Lumbermill they will destroy. But in exchange to this, he's losing a lot of creeps to the Mordor player, and that's going to be the creep number 3. He might even take the creep number 4 using the Tainted Land plus the Eye of Sauron combination. But without Haradrims, the Knights should just trample. Just trample to kill them faster. Don't give them the chance to even go for a 50-50 situation. And that's what you can do. Even on the Tainted Land, the orcs will get one-shotted through the trample because they were level 1. And this creep, it looks like, is going to be safe for now. There is a big armada of orcs coming through the bottom. And the farm is under attack too. So Haradrims need to be careful. He will actually get a beautiful trample off. Didn't lose a lot, but he still needs to disengage. You want to trample in a different way, or you want to fight them in the melee range like he did in this situation. He almost lost the whole battalion of knights. They need to be super careful. Get away there. Oh my god, so close. But he will actually be able to make it out alive. Mordor has surprisingly a great amount of map control, which is kind of uncommon in this matchup. And for that reason, he can skip the troll cage, spam lots of rune soldiers for the map control, and try to get to the point of recruiting the Nazgul or potentially the Witch King. In order to counter the enemy rune soldiers, what Gondor can do and what Gondor should do is to recruit the brothers of Gondor, Faramir and or Boromir. And Boromir is even greater in the situation because he's faster compared to the soldiers of Rune. So he has the potential to chase them and also catch them. And Gondor is doing really, really bad. Playing only with one farm outside, his eco is not looking great. There are only 2 creeps left on the map, Forts of Isen, and one of them is about to be taken down by the Mordor player. He might even take this one, which means, you know, it's kind of crazy. He will actually take almost every single creep. What an incredible performance by the evil faction player, Iguana. Now we will get to see more and more Rune Soldiers. They cost 350, slightly more expensive compared to the Pikemen of Isengard, but gives you as Mordor the chance to not camp in your base with your trolls and to participate in the map control fights much better. Yes, the Mordor pikemen cannot be upgraded, but Mordor doesn't need upgrades. Mordor has insane amount of leadership bonuses they can get through the Eye of Sauron, Tainted Land, Darkness, Witch King, Drummer Troll. So many potential damage and armor amplifier, which will make your army at least as powerful as an army with full of upgrades. So Gondor's goal is to basically rush Gandalf. Actually not. He's super poor still. Has no blacksmith level 2. Needs a lot of time to get to the point of recruiting the Gandalf. Even though he has the power points to turn him into the Gandalf the White, he still does not have the resources, not even close. And the map is looking dark green to me, but Boromir might be able to change this. He also went for the Great Company, which will be special summon at the bottom side, just to clear up those Rune Soldiers. They will go down, but in this situation, what you want to do with the summoned Great Company units, you want to split them up a little bit. Good positioning here with the runes. He might be able to destroy this because of that move, and very well done. Now we have the second brother up on the field. Boromir about to take the outpost down at the top side, and Faramir is about to hunt some Rune Soldiers down. Mordor money is looking very good, also thanks to the devastation. He has 2 abilities which will be used every 4 minutes to boost the resource income. And with the next rotation of these 2, he will have enough resources to recruit the Witch King. So Witch King is of course a better investment into the late game compared to the normal Nazgul. Because even if you recruit a Nazgul, you will have to recruit the Witch King later on. Witch King is tankier, has better damage output, and of course also gives you leadership, which makes him to the most greatest hero, as he has the best leadership as any hero in the whole game. Plus he has also a debuff. So 5,000 resources collected, but Gondor, thanks to the brothers, is able to reclaim the map control slowly but surely. We are talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 farms, 6 farms eventually here at the top side very, very soon. And there is no counter, as we are talking, that can stop Boromir from doing what he's doing. If he went for the trolls, like 2, 3 trolls with Drummer Troll can easily take down the brothers, both of them at the same time. But because he went for the Rune Soldiers, they have no chance of fighting against the heroes of Gondor. And also, it's always good to have Boromir for the late game, when he's level 4, has the damage leadership, which will be super impactful later on in the game. So Gondor has 5.2k, Mordor has 7k. I'm assuming we will get the chance to see both the ultimate heroes at the same time. Talking about Gandalf the White from Gondor and Witch King from Mordor. So pretty much at the same time. And Boromir will prevent Mordor from keep spamming Rune Soldiers, and because the Gondor Knights have no upgrades, Mordor doesn't need to be worried about the potential base rush. That's why he's not forced to build any towers yet, can save the money to invest it later on for the Witch King. And after the Witch King, who is basically being recruited right now, he needs to start recruiting Trolls. Trolls are the primary source of power of the Mordor faction's army at any stage of the game, basically. Boromir is level 4, that's awesome. And I told you before, Witch King is going to be there first, and then... But we have the White Wizard situation is about to happen. And the Witch King is going to change a lot of the game. But also, Gandalf will do the same. As he's going to turn into the Gandalf the White. There we go. and colonies Shadow of X to be mounted for his speed. Witch King is doing his best, of course, you know, and punishing the Knights of Gondor. And with the help of the Witch King, Mordor should have an easy time to reclaim the map control. And he's flying on his fell beast, the leader of the Nine. You fool, do not touch my lumber mill. Okay, so what is the plan? The outpost control captured at the top side. When it comes to the archer range, I'm a person I like to build my archer range in my castle, just for the safety purposes. So if I lose the outpost, then I don't need to rebuild it and recruit 3 regular archers before I get the chance to recruit the rangers. And of course, Gandalf cannot one-shot the Witch King. That's not possible unless you land both the abilities, talking about the Lightning Sword and also the Easterly Light. And Faramir's Warning Arrow, unlike against the normal Nazgul, is not that effective against the Witch King. And of course, the punishment is big, collecting power points, 6 power points now in total, 1 power point away from getting to unlock the Darkness, which is going to unlock the ultimate late game power spike with the leadership for the Mordor faction, okay? And he is on his way. The one-man army. Okay, I just heard them using the Lightning Sword against the Rune Soldiers, but they're on the land. They're also very tanky against magic damage, but not against basic attacks. As you can see, Gandalf is able to two-shot them even on the land, plus the Porcupine Formation, which gives them a lot of tankiness. Witch King is going to change this. Gandalf is getting chunked. The Easterly dealing a good amount of chunk damage, but Witch King can always, I mean, he will force him to use heal. He's gonna use the bubble. Does he have to heal though? He needs to use the heal. He has to use the heal. There we go. And that's good, you know. Witch King is gonna get in safety. Plus, he was able to beat his opponent to use the heal ability, which is like a very long cooldown. 3 minutes, which gives you the window. And, you know, the enemy is going to be afraid of potential commitment, knowing that the heal is on cooldown. And that you have no way of saving your Gandalf when he's low HP. Okay, we see a troll cage over here. The mountain troll is coming out. Roaring. 3 power points collected on top of the Grey Company. The next major power point unlockment is going to be the Eagle Summon. And we hear the Darkness. Trolls are committing without a drummer troll, but they have the leadership from the Witch King plus the Darkness. As you can see, the normal archers are dealing almost no damage to them. And I told you before, that's the risk of having the archer range at the outpost, and it's gonna be fully destroyed. Gandalf cannot do anything about this situation. He's gonna blast them, but not gonna hurt them that much. And Witch King is kind of afraid of the potential Easterly Light, which has been just used. Now he can just recommit, knowing that the Easterly is on cooldown. In this game, it's all about playing around the cooldowns of your own abilities, plus the abilities from your opponent, okay? So the outpost is going to be destroyed, and of course he needs to rebuild the archer range, like mentioned before, in his own castle. But, you know, the thing I mentioned, that you should build the archer range or any major production building in your own castle, is against the comfort zone of the most players. They don't want to do this, because then you need to, you know, demolish one of your buildings, send them manually to the outpost, and that's going to take you a lot of time. Most people feel more comfortable with building where you are at, you know, talking about the outposts. Or, oh, it's a great catch. I'm a servant of the Secret Fire. He's gonna cancel it because he wanted to connect the Easterly Light, but the Witch King is gonna get in safety, barely. And also playing super aggressive with the trolls, even though there is no drummer nearby. Troll cage is level 2. And Mordor is taking over the map. Outpost recaptured after destroying it from the opponent. This outpost still under the control from Mordor. Take some time. At the bottom ability, which, oh my god, he's going in. He doesn't want to joke around. He doesn't want to give his opponent any time. and one part of the wall has been already broken. Broken parts. Ooh, but we have the White Wizard. And there comes the roar ability. Faramir is gonna try to get away. He's gonna make it on top of the wall. The blast is going to be able to knock one of the wizard trolls down. And only the Drama Troll leadership is remaining. Darkness is on cooldown, and Witch King has been taken down. And if you can manage to kill the Drama Troll, which he was able to do, that's going to make those trolls ultimately weak. They have no more durability, no more damage output. And he's gonna go eventually down to Faramir, who is desperately trying to show his quality. And it looks like he will be able to do this. Gandalf is here, and he rides. Oh my god, you wanna finish off the level 4 troll? Kill him! He's gonna eat! Oh my god, he eat and back to full HP. You don't finish off my troll like this. The blast is not gonna be able to connect. And the trolls are trying to disengage from Boromir, but if Boromir catches you, you cannot move. And because of the help of the Boromir, oh my god, he didn't connect, and all the trolls have been slain. And that's what I was talking about, okay? That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's basically, you know, how weak the trolls are if they have no leadership. Eye doesn't give you any armor leadership, and armor leadership is essential here to survive the Boromir, the Rangers, and also, of course, the powers of the White Wizard Gandalf. I mean, Witch King is going to be eventually revived for free, but it's gonna take you 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which is a very long time. And for the next big fight, also enough power points collected to invest 6 of them for the Great Eagle Summon. You will get the chance to summon 2 gigantic eagles, and they are very powerful against anything. They have magic damage. That means they can even kill Witch King in seconds. And of course, also the same counts for the trolls, for the drama trolls, or basically anything. And knowing this will mean that you in the late game have to recruit archers. Either you want to make combos, or what you can do is to build up the Mumakil pen, recruit the Mordor Mumakils, and put archers on top of your Mumakil, or potentially also Haradrims. But in this situation, we have 4 production buildings in the base of Mordor, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually, 5. Only 3 resource buildings. It means without output, without map control, Mordor is going to starve. So not enough resource income means you cannot maintain all the production buildings. The orcs you can, of course, because they are for free, but maintaining 3 production buildings with paid units cannot be maintained if you have not enough resource income from outside of your castle. And Witch King of Angmar is back on his fell base. You can just see his shadow on the ground. Now there he comes. He's not afraid. Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Fool. Leave him to me. I will smash. I mean, he's trying to heal. He has also Forge Blades. The outpost going to go down, but it's not worth to lose your whole battalion of level 5 knights in exchange to this. Now I'm gonna try to get away, but I think it's too late. I believe that the Witch King can get the job done. Get over here. He's gonna knock. No, never mind. He has no more heal. He also upgraded this unit, by the way. Oh my god, it's close. Oh, actually, he's gonna make it inside. He was too scared to fully commit. Outpost destroyed. There is an outpost at the bottom with Archer inside. And Gondor is, again, it's a back and forth game. Gondor is able to reclaim the control of this game in his own hands. Once more. That's awesome, okay? There comes the Eagles special summon. Gandalf with the Eagles. Imagine Witch King has been just slain. I told you before, Eagles are special units when it comes to deal with undealable units, you know? They can even deal great amount of damage to the Balrog. So Gondor should also control this outpost, definitely. Put archers in there. Eagles couldn't do much. Oh my god, hold on a second. What happened here? Did he lose the Gandalf? No, he didn't lose. Darkness has been used. Look, this Haradrims on top of the Mumakil. They are murdering the Eagles. If this would be fire archers on top of this, oh my god, he's also dealing good amount of damage. Look how many trolls have been killed because the eagle has splash damage, you know? The Eagle's time is over, but the Trolls have been badly damaged. You can kind of start healing them up by giving them the banner. The charge from the Muma kill is not gonna connect, and the Trolls, most of them have been taken down. Only 2 of these Trolls are remaining, not even a drummer Troll anymore. And when the charge is on cooldown, you can maybe start casting abilities, and he's gonna kill the 2 remaining Trolls. Only the Muma kill, who's still super healthy. But remember that the Witch King has been taken down once more. So once the darkness abilities are gonna be on cooldown, alone the Faramir and his warning arrow is going to be enough to chunk this Muma kill down to 50% HP. And Faramir is ready here with the archers to defend the Wild City. I mean, the map control is still looking great for Mordor, and he has of course many very strong creatures, monsters, trolls, Haradrims, Muma kills. Witch King going to be back very soon as well, and you need a bunch of rangers with the statue leadership to deal with this. Boromir needs to be super careful. He's level 7. It looks like the Mordor player wanna go to the outpost, which would be a mistake in my opinion, because the Muma kill is super vulnerable against fire damage. So if the archer is going to shoot at him, watch the damage yourself. He's dealing insane amount of damage, and now the Muma is gonna get angry and kill his own rune soldiers, and maybe even, yeah, everything has been killed, and the outpost is going to be safe at least for now. Now, he wanted to go for a base trade, but there is a Muma kill, Haradrims, and Drama Troll for a defensive situation. So they are like, nobody can enter Mordor that easily. Not even you, Gandalf the White. Boromir and Faramir waiting for the worst case scenario of a potential invasion. Oh my god, he might be able to destroy this outpost. No, he couldn't. Now he's gonna be, he should be able to destroy this now. Still many orcs are here. Yeah, and it's gonna go down. Bunch of resources have been invested into this. Gandalf is alive. He's level almost 8. The more levels on Gandalf, the bigger, the harder the ability is gonna hit. And now he's finally moving out of the castle. I mean, the Horn is not gonna do much against trolls. Not gonna affect them at all. And it looks like the outpost will be just recaptured. Beautiful catch with the lightning sword. But not gonna be enough to one-shot the Witch King from 100 to 0. I think you need to be level 8 or something to fully kill him through the lightning sword ability. And Witch King gonna get in safety. So let's see the power points. Farad, the Gondor player, has almost enough power, the required power points to unlock the Oathbreakers from his spellbook. You will call me crazy when I say this, but I believe that Oathbreakers, the army of the dead, is not super impactful in this specific matchup. Unless not as important as against Rohan, Gondor or Isengard. And Balrog still far away because he went for this ability, which would be add up to this, so they have almost the amount of power points collected in total. Witch King recovering back to full HP. If the Muma kill pan is level 3, every Muma kill you will recruit is going to be level 2 from the beginning, which means more health, more defense, and also higher damage output, even though damage output is not super relevant for this kind of creatures, since they one-shot anything they touch anyway. And it looks like you want to make a move. Imagine the Mordor Haradrim horn from the films. Okay, big army of knights. What can they do? Like you can, Gondor is not rich, and he also did not make the preparations for the late game situation. So he did not go for the marketplace or something. Mordor, I mean, you can use AOD to kill this Muma kills and trolls for sure, and use your momentum to rush the base with your eagles. So eagles plus the Easterly combination could be enough to one-shot the Witch King. There comes the AOD summon, and the Mumas can't get away. Trolls are trying to charge away, but I think AOD is faster. And all the monsters gonna go down to the Goblin Town. In the meantime, full commitment onto the Mordor beast. He's gonna commit to the Barad-dûr itself. The eagles have been special summoned. The bees is under attack, and half the base has been destroyed already. AOD is still going for a few more seconds. Few trolls were able to get away, and they will be able to dodge the AOD, get in safety. But can you also dodge the eagles? I doubt you can do this. And you want to not let Mordor deal too much damage to your Knights of Gondor. Heal is on cooldown, and I believe because of the punch he received from this troll, now Gondor has to disengage. The army of Gondor is fully approaching. Mordor has still not the power points to summon the Balrog, but he's extremely close for this. The eagles should not be sacrificed. Land will be used, but immediately covered by the Mordor player. There comes the Rohirrim summon, a huge army of Gondor going for the final push to win this game, just like in the films. There comes the ability for Gondor from Boromir. The Witch King is coming just to see how his castle is getting fully wiped out and destroyed. Troll is charging in. You want to find a way to deal with the troll. The Witch King is gonna get chunked through the Warning Arrow and Eastery, but he's gonna get in safety. 19 power points collected, still missing one more, 3/4 more. The beast is durable, yes, but it's gonna eventually fall into darkness. Boromir needs to move closer to the archers to provide them with leadership. Faramir still couldn't get level 5. Just like in the films, he could not show his quality in this game either. The Rohirrim summon doing a good job. The Orc Pit level 3 is gonna go down to the Goblin Town. They have not much time remaining anymore. The Knights are approaching. Troll Cage level 3 is their primary target. It's taking hella damage. Now he finally has enough power points to summon his own demon. And it's gonna be summoned defensively. Can Mordor somehow save the beast? That's the big question. He's looking. He's gonna jump one more time. Oh, son, get over here. And one more jump. You thought I can only be used offensively? No, you are wrong. I'm also a defensive king. The brothers are kind of hugging the wall at the bottom right. They are hidden from the Great Eye of Sauron. They cannot be seen. Mordor is ultimately broken poor. Balrog will get the chance to use the Breath Fire and take the outpost control for himself. Oh my god, one ranger was able to make it out alive. Mordor is controlling the majority of the map though. Like, the resource generation of Mordor is still looking good. With that, he can fill up the beast like he does right now. But he has no production building left beside the Haradrim Palace. He cannot recruit any more Momo kills nor trolls. Can the Witch King be enough to save the day? He's gonna get Easter lighted, and that's gonna force him to retreat because there is still a potential lightning sword that can get the job done. Outpost destroyed, but outpost captured at the bottom side. Pushing from every side. And even though barely any unit alive, he's using the units he has on the field pretty wisely. Has rebuilt both his orc pits and has only one troll remaining who is gonna fight against the brothers of Gondor. Heal is on cooldown, keep that please in mind. And it looks like the one troll is going to... Oh my god, he's going to miss. He did miss it actually. Too many rune soldiers wiping out these knights. Boromir, the captain, has been killed, just like in the films. The blast not killing those runes thanks to the Witch King leadership, and they are able to survive the initial burst of the blast. Now the Witch King and a handful of rune soldiers are able to defend the not white city, it's the Mordor. Easter was available. He could have finished them off, but he did not do it. Now Gondor is trying to reclaim some of the map control, but it's not as easy as you might think. Call the Horde ability will be chosen. And he's building the troll cage. Has not the resources to maintain it. He cannot even recruit one single troll. But he could use the Call the Horde ability to pump out more and more Oryx, so to fill up the whole command point with Oryx all alone. Remember, in 2.22, the Call the Horde has been changed, so it's now affecting all the production buildings. Easterly Light on Faramir, do it! One shot! Show your quality! Denethor was right about you. You could have done it, man. This is unbelievable. 2 shots, 1 arrow, it would be enough. Now you need to summon the eagles because of that. And Witch King not gonna make it out alive. But the map control is still looking awesome. He's controlling the majority of the map, including both the outposts. It's kind of crazy. If he can maintain the map control he currently has, the next Balrog can be the game-winning move. I believe that Gondor is super broke, and my belief was right. I heard the darkness, and he didn't use the Call the Heart still. He's gonna use... Build me an army, worthy of Mordor. The insane production speed to all production buildings by 170. Look, this production speed. This replay is not fast forward, by the way. That's the production speed of the Call the Heart. Just to make it more useful, of course, your resources won't allow you to keep spamming trolls. But if you are rich, this might be the power to give you the lead and snowball your lead into a victory. Orcs coming from every production building, and of course this is going to cause lots of trouble and also problems to the Gondor player Farhad. EOD is available, but also Balrog is going to be available very soon. He's of course reviving his Witch King, and I believe the next Balrog is going to be potentially used to finish off this castle of Gondor, which is still broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resource buildings all alone, and the same situation like mentioned before about Mordor. If you can't have map control with only 5 resource buildings in your castle, you cannot grow rich. That's not possible, and in late game you need to grow rich to replace the units you lose, to upgrade the armies you recruit. Oh, son! Be careful where you step on, son. The flying range. The drums of the do you remember the soundtrack of The Bridge of Khazad-dûm? What is he doing, the Balrog? He's going to fly sidewards using showing us the new tricks. And I like the move that he's using the Breath Fire to destroy the level 3 resource buildings. He knows that Gondor is super poor. So cutting his resources even more is going to make him starve. Look, he barely has the resources to rebuild the Zita. So the Zita is gonna take all his resources. We heard the 4th Eolinga's ability. The Balrog summon, initial summon, was able to almost kill whole army of the Knights of Gondor, which kind of prevented Gondor from committing to the castle. And in a second, Witch King is going to be back from the graveyard, and there he comes. And this will shut down the Rohirrim summon too. Gondor is super broke, has basically no army at all. Has Faramir, Boromir, and Gandalf. That's all he got. Gandalf is coming in, will use the EOD. He should have done this like 20 seconds ago, before the Witch King was getting revived from the Zita. If he did this, because now this has no purpose doing this, you know? You destroy the Zita, but it's not gonna be that impactful. That's what I'm trying to say. If you did this before the Witch King came out, it would at least mean you don't need to deal with the Witch King anytime soon. And of course, the EOD is not that great against buildings, as you can see. Barely able to destroy the Troll Cage level 2. So not the best ability. And Boromir is gonna be taken down by these trolls. The Grey Company also doesn't stand a chance. Oh, son. What I'm doing, but we have the White Wizard. I mean, this is a great game actually, back and forth game. This is what I like to see a lot. Mordor is just like has the better macro all over the from the beginning until the very end. is the player who cared more about the map control, and this benefited him, kind of kept him in the game, even though at some point of the time it was not looking great for the Mordor player. But you need to start believing. As long as there is 1% chance of winning, you should never give up. He's trying to focus on the Witch King. Witch King is gonna get chunked. Oh my god, Gandalf is gonna get... Oh my god, I heard Faramir getting crushed. And 2 trolls are dead to the eagles. Eagles, they don't really care about your... Oh, look this. He's sending his workers to repair this. What a giga chat, actually. He sent his workers to repair this resource buildings because if they auto-repair, it's gonna take you ages. I like this move. Witch King, of course, back to full HP. Can now recommit because the eagle's time is going to be over very soon. He doesn't need to be worried about anything. And maybe he can commit even on the Gandalf. Let's see if he's gonna do this. But he's super close to the castle. And the castle, he has not even a well in it. So basically no healing, fast healing. He needs to just stall it and sit it out, I guess. And Mordor is controlling outpost number 1. Outpost number 2 has a castle that has been strengthened up and looking pretty powerful to me. Controls every settlement on the entire map beside this settlement over here. And Gondor is just able to capture this first settlement from the entire map. And maybe Saruman was right all along. Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory. You might hurt me, but you cannot kill me. Come on, Frodo, drop the ring into the mountain already. The Black Gate is getting difficult. I see you. Blast! Gandalf is level 9, but it has no use. The trolls are too powerful. The broken parts of the wall and the demon of the ancient world. I would really love to see Balrog whipping him. Just whip him, Balrog. Does he have the resources he can rebuild? Can he use one more breath fire? He couldn't. For Eolingas! Easter is not available. It is actually available. But the problematic part about Mordor is he's broke. He has no resources. He has plenty of summons through. And even though the situation is looking really bad for Gondor, trust me, if he had enough resources, he could potentially come back from this. The only reason why I doubt a potential comeback in this game is because I know that Gondor is super broke. He's poor. You can't win without money. He's gonna use the EOD to just kill the 2 trolls, but I think he's making the preparations of a potential surrender action in this game. I think he realizes, okay, I cannot win this game anymore. I lost all my production buildings. I cannot recruit any more units. He has no archer range. He has no stables. He has nothing. Cold Out has been used for the movement kill action. And of course, we are talking about Gondor with the best lead game powers in the entire game. Has plenty of summons. Can summon horses, archers, flying creatures. And has the best hero in the entire game as well. Outpost has been destroyed, by the way. But Mordor is also like, it looks like the resources are looking, of course, bad. Plus, Mordor should maybe realize, okay, I don't need to build lumber mills anymore. Because there are basically no more trees in this map. So like they need to really longer walk. Look, he's smart now. He's demolishing them. He's smart, very smart. And he wants to replace them with, bro, this like he's, the second I mention it, he does it. Crazy. Send forth the legions. Do not stop the attack until the city is taken. The eagles are coming. He's trying to speed up the Witch King, but I think he can't. There is not much to target and attack anymore. I doubt that Witch King is gonna be able to survive this. He's trying to. He's not gonna give up on it. They are flying too high. I cannot see them anymore. Now he's coming back, and there you go. Yeah, but it's totally fine. The one-man army. The only credit I can give to Gondor is he did not lose his Gandalf all game long. Gandalf was maintained alive since the beginning of the game until the very end, just so he can see the destruction of the White City. GG well played, Mordor wins, evil shall rule this Middle Earth. If you enjoyed this game, make sure to leave a like to this video, subscribe to not miss future uploads on the channel. I will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself, keep hitting like a truck, and as always, stay beyond standards. Peace out, boys.